Hello and welcome to this episode of 201 Today. In this very special show, we will be highlighting our graduation activities. So sit back and enjoy this episode of 201 Today.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Good morning and welcome to our friends, families, and distinguished guests. We are here today to celebrate the hard work and dedication that we as students have accomplished in the 4 years we have attended Morton High School. As Ellen DeGeneres once said, follow your passion, stay true to yourself, and never follow someone else's path. Unless you're in the woods and you're lost and you see a cat going by, all means you should probably follow that. I hope that none of us end up lost in the woods, and I hope that we all stay true to ourselves and our own passion's path. As freshmen, we were more concerned about who we would sit with at lunch and how to get to each class without looking completely lost. We would soon realize that who we sat with at lunch was not the biggest of our worries, and that there was more to Morton than we thought. Morton West is a welcoming place with welcoming staff, and I thank you, the faculty, staff, and administration, for making our 4 years here memorable. I remember my first day of high school like it was yesterday. I had just gotten out of Mr. Fox's biology class, and I was on my way to A. I guess I took a wrong turn somewhere because I somehow ended up in upstairs and hall by the gym. Luckily for me, the FMPs were standing around and offered to take me to my next class. Unfortunately, the FMP who helped me was my older sister, who at the time was a senior. I will never forget the way she pulled me down that hall to my next class, in front of all the other FMPs and freshmen. To this day, she doesn't let that memory go. Although it was humiliating, it's memories like those that make high school great, whether it be our failures, accomplishments, or embarrassments. Alongside those memories are our amazing teachers. I will never forget Ms. Fitzmeyer, who unknowingly helped me decide freshman year to study English in college. Mr. Gannon for steering me every day into doing my AP European homework. Although I was intimidated by him, he was one of the best teachers I've ever had. And lastly, Ms. Bonacourt, for showing me that although I might make mistakes, I will come back stronger and with more confidence. As for our class as a whole, we have gone through 4 years of upbeat school pep rallies. There have been 4 years of school games, school plays, band concerts, JSA debates, robotics competitions, and more. Since we were freshmen, we have wondered when we would be the big seniors of the school, although half of the freshman class was definitely taller than most of us. Finally, we have dreamt for years about when it would be our turn to shift our tasks from right to left, and now we will finally have the liberty to say, I graduated from the 4 longest yet most memorable years of my life. As you graduate today, ready to take on the world, we can prove naysayers wrong. We can show them that we are a generation that is ready to try new things and go great lengths to get where we want to be. College or university isn't cheap, and it definitely isn't easy. We are taking that chance to further our education because it's what we want. Some of you are also joining the military, and we thank you for your service. We can show people that success comes from Morton West High School. Figuring out where we wanted to sit at lunch was our biggest worry 4 years ago. But now, it's figuring out where we belong in this astounding world. Fellow classmates, we are all unique and talented in our own ways, and if I could give advice to everyone here today, it would be this. Never let someone's negative thoughts about you or your passions bring you down. I hope that we grow to exceed the expectations of others as well as expectations from ourselves. I hope that each and every day we prove those around us wrong. But then again, how can't we? We are here right now, ready to graduate as proud Morton Mustangs. At this point, we can do anything we set our minds to. Congratulations to the class of 2017. Thank you.
Dear fellow Morton students, I stand here before you and hundreds of others taking one of the most imperative steps of our lives. These steps signifying the steps we'll be taking to the next phases of where our journey will take us. I look out into the audience and feel just a little terrified, the same feeling I had, and perhaps most of you had, on the first day walking into the doors of what would be the next 4 years of my life. I distinctly remember having these wild dreams that high school would be like it was in the movies. It frightened me. I had fears that I would not fit in, that the classes I would be taking would be too difficult. But now I stand before you, one of the top 20 students, and have the privilege of telling you that after the first day of school, all those fears disappeared. I was paralyzed with fear when I walked across the stage at my 8th grade graduation because I thought my life would completely change after middle school. But it did not. It got better. I became more social and made an abundance of great memories, most of them at Morton West. Sure, there were plenty of nights where I lost a lot of sleep because of extracurriculars and piles of homework, but all of those sleepless nights were worth it, and I hope I can speak for the majority of the people sitting before me when I say that. If not for those sleepless nights, I would not have the wonderful friends or hilarious memories to look back on a couple years from now, when I'm reminiscing in my car, hearing the songs my friends and I love so much. Sure, I can stand before you and say that I've never been as tired as I was during high school, but it was worth it. The late nights during technical theater were worth it, sitting in the freezing cold benches during a football game were worth it, and all the challenging classes were worth it. I walked into high school, started with my mind, thinking that I could not do it, but now I realize how crazy I was for thinking that, even for 1 second. I distinctly remember sitting at my desk one night during sophomore year, surrounded by a pile of AP European homework that I had procrastinated on. That was the first and last time I'd ever procrastinated that badly again. I remember thinking, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? But that night taught me so much about what I could accomplish. Mr. Gannon taught me an abundance about my academic abilities. Mr. Sorensen taught me that there are many ways to interpret life and its events. Mr. Creamer taught me to stop doubting my writing, and the list could honestly go on and on, because there are so many teachers that I'm grateful to have had. Every staff member that I've had any interaction with has helped me grow in some way. I've grown up a lot in the last 4 years, and I know that for sure I still have a long way to go. We all do. But I'm thankful for all of the opportunities that I've been provided with at this school, and I hope all of you are too. I know that not everyone has had the same experience that I've had, but I hope there are at least some small things you can feel nostalgic about when you look back at this experience a couple of years from now. So, as we take the steps into the next phases of our lives, I want to leave you with this quote by Lin-Manuel Miranda. My dear terrified graduates, you're about to enter the most uncertain and thrilling period of your lives. The stories you're about to live are the ones you'll be telling your children, grandchildren, and therapists. I hope that this quote resonates with you today and every single day after that. I hope you wake up and love what you do every single day after you leave this building, that the idea of college, life, and university, and the uncertainties that come after that become less terrifying for everyone sitting in these chairs. But most of all, I hope that you live lives and make decisions that you want to tell your children, grandchildren, and possibly even therapists after you've completed all of your goals. Congratulations, class of 2017, you did it.